Good morning. It's Amy. Great to have you on live with me for the Breakthrough to Your Fun and Fabulous Life webinar series. I'm always pumped and excited and so happy to be with you live and to be sharing with those of you who are watching the replay. This weekly webinar training is for those of you who are ready to take action in your lives and achieve new results by taking massive action. I am very honored to be able to share with you tools and strategies that have helped me in my personal life that are proven because they have helped many of my clients achieve results that they haven't been able to achieve on their own until they applied these tools. So if you're somebody in business, maybe you're a business leader, a community leader, maybe you're an entrepreneur, and you are juggling a lot and you're feeling a bit worn out, maybe really burnt out, and you need tools to deal with your stress in healthier ways, you are so in the right place. If you are somebody who is juggling multiple roles and you're feeling like your health has dropped off your priority list and you need to kickstart your health again, you are in the right place because I share strategies that have helped many people regain their health even when they have the busiest schedule. If you're somebody who feels like your thought life has just gone crazy and you don't know how to regain control of your mind so that you feel calm and in control, so that you have a plan for your future, you are in the right place. So I'm going to invite those of you who are live now to put your name and where you're from in the chat room. And shortly after I share my story with you, I will open up my screen and share with you some slides I've created for this training today. Today we are going to cover the topic, it's 7 thoughts that can make you confident. So you need to feel confident in order to become successful or enjoy even greater success in your business life or your career. You need to feel confident if you want to have deep, meaningful relationships with your spouse, your children, your clients, your boss, your colleagues. Confidence is everything in business. Confidence is everything in your personal life. So this webinar will really equip you to feel emotionally on top of your game, no matter what is showing up in your life. So I'm just going to take a sip of water while those of you who are on live sign in. So I'll tell you about my life and story just quickly before I share my slides with you. I was feeling like as a young mom about 15 years ago, just before I got pregnant with our first son, that, you know, life was good. I loved my life. I had enough free time to exercise whenever I wanted to, connect with friends, go to work. Life was very well balanced. I had just gotten married, so I was starting to navigate what does it look like to be a wife? What are my responsibilities? What do I need to do to take care of myself in a marriage? So that was all new, and it was adding a little bit of stress because it was very new and a lot of personal growth was happening for me and my husband. But then we threw kids into the mix, 2 of them within just under 2 years, and that upped the ante. That started to require more of me. And then I decided it was a good timing to start practicing or to start studying life coaching, which is my background, and stress management consulting. As you can imagine, balancing more balls in the air like a juggler, the more you add to your plate, the more stressed out you can feel. So I was starting to get pretty stressed because I didn't know how to manage my time well back then. I didn't have the healthiest boundaries and I wasn't prioritizing like a pro. I hadn't learned some of those really important lessons yet. So I started applying what I was learning in my coaching training to my own life. I started reading everything I could on boundaries and time management and stress management, how to prioritize and live in alignment with my values so I felt great and fulfilled every single day. If I hadn't dove into that intense time of learning, I don't think I would be where I'm at today. I had gotten to such a dark place that I had lost my own identity as a person. My health had decreased and I wasn't feeling good about where I was at in life. But when I started learning and expanding my knowledge and my tool set, I became happier again and I regained my own identity. And I started to have time to eat healthy because I was prioritizing my time better. I was managing the time that all of us have been given to manage. And I started to notice that as I applied these tools to my life and I gave them to my clients to apply to their lives, they were able to have more success in their businesses. They were able to boost their health again like I did. They were able to start creating a really healthy mindset of excellence so that they could provide more to their clients. They could show up as the person they wanted to be in their personal lives. They learned how to say no and not feel badly about having healthy boundaries for themselves. So since then, now I do have a healthy set of boundaries. I manage my time very effectively. I'm organized and I can prioritize so that I'm more productive, happier, more energetic. That's where these webinars stemmed from. I started creating them to offer you tools and strategies that I share with my private clients and my group programs. So let's hop into the the training portion of the webinar. And if you have questions along the way, please post them below the video, share these webinars, and let others know that they're available and that they are free trainings that happen every single week, Wednesdays at 11 a.m. If you sign up and you can't attend live, you're always going to be sent the replay. So let's start the training portion of this event. Just give me 1 second here, and we will hop into the training. This webinar series is called Breakthrough to Your Fun and Fabulous Life, and I totally invite you to join me every single week because each topic is going to be invaluable to your personal and business life. It's going to help you create a year that you are proud of and makes you feel fulfilled in 2016, not in 2017. We're not done this year yet. We still have 2016 still to finish. So on the webinar, you're going to discover strategies, like I said, that I've applied in my own life to increase free time, productivity, and health. So even if you have the busiest schedule, you're going to learn how you can create more free time for yourself on a consistent basis, not just one time a year you go on a week-long vacation. I mean, every single week you're going to have more free time when you apply these strategies. You're going to learn how to prioritize so that your productivity skyrockets and your health goals are met. Can you imagine how good it's going to feel when your health goals are met? So if you want to have more energy and more mental focus and you want to be able to decrease your stress right now, I know you're balancing a lot. You're so in the right place, and I'm so happy that you've decided to join for this webinar. These webinars happen every week, and I also offer other webinars, other trainings in person. This is one of the in-person workshops that I gave last year. And I want to invite you as well to stick around because at the end of the call, there are free goodies. I have a book that I give away at the end of every webinar, and it's depending on my topic. Today's I'm going to give away the book called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyways. So if you are on live, you have a chance to win this book for free, and I'm going to ship it to your doorstep. I'm going to ask a question at the end of the webinar, and if you answer it correctly, you're the first person who answers it correctly, I am going to send it to your doorstep. So it's really fun. For all of you who are watching the replay, I'm going to include a link to the first 2 chapters of my book called From Burnt Out to Bliss. And it's a 30-day challenge for high achievers to have more time and more fun. So I'll share that link with you at the end as well. And my promise is that today you are going to have fun. We're going to enjoy our time together because, you know, I don't want you to be stressed out anymore. I want you to have tools that have worked for other people and myself to help you manage your time better, to help you prioritize so that you can feel more organized and on top of your game, so that you can have a more balanced life. So my promise for you is that I'm going to give you all of myself and all of the knowledge and experience that I have accrued in the last 4 years of doing this, so that you can apply it to your life and start seeing similar results as I have and as my clients have. So a little bit about me. I'm the author of the book I was just mentioning to you. It's called From Burnt Out to Bliss, and it's a 30-day challenge with daily action steps to help you create more free time for yourself. I'm a trainer, speaker, and a coach. I'm a stress management consultant, and I mainly work with entrepreneurs and high-level community leaders and business leaders who want to take their success to a new level, personally and in business. They want to increase their productivity, they want to decrease their stress, and increase their free time. So I help them do all of those things. I host workshops and I offer group coaching programs, and they're attended by people from all over the world. And I personally, like I mentioned, I use these systems that I'm about to show you in my own life. Here I am giving workshops to various groups. Some of them are banks I've spoken for, financial advisors, realtors, caregivers, entrepreneurs. I speak for large and small groups. Personally, I absolutely love to spend as much time as possible outside. I love my family. There's Simon on the left and Gavin on the right. We spend as much time as we can outside, in the ocean, playing. There's my husband on the left there. His name is Beach, and we're very much in love, and I'm very thankful to have this man in my life. So today's topic is called 7 Thoughts That Can Make You Confident. Let's hop into the training. I love this quote. Confidence is a funny thing. You go out and you do the thing you're most terrified of, and the confidence comes after. It's so true, and it seems backwards, but it's not. So in order for you to feel like a success in your business life, like you're continuing to grow and you're noticing new results, even bigger results than you expected in your business life, you need to feel confident to move forward and create that kind of success. And if you want to feel like, man, my marriage, my relationship, myself as a parent, I just feel awesome about what I am a part of creating in these relationships. Well, that comes from a place of feeling confident about yourself and what you're giving to other people. So you need to have confidence no matter what area of your life you want to feel successful in, which is why I chose the topic for today. So I'm going to give you tools, 7 of them exactly, and they're thoughts for you to dwell on and to remind yourself of when you're not feeling confident or when you want to instill more confidence in yourself. Let me show you what they are. When you remind yourself of the thoughts I'm going to show you, you need to know that you are the master of your own mind. So if you're the master of your mind, you need to be wise about how you take care of the contents of your mind. So choose your thoughts wisely. Don't just let any thought occupy mental real estate in your mind. The first thought that will help you increase your confidence and maintain a high level of confidence is, I'm a happy person and that's okay. This to some of you may sound fake because you may not consider yourself to be a happy person. And to some of you, it may sound like uncomfortable. I know for myself, it was very uncomfortable to be okay with being exuberant, shiny, kind of a sparkly type of person, because it upset and ruffled some people's feathers in my life. it was important for me to decide that it was okay to be myself. So if you want to say, adopt a thought for yourself, a belief for yourself that it's okay to be me and it's good to be me. You want to be able to stop caring about what other people think of you in order to shine as brightly as possible and to feel good about who you are. So for me, I adopted the belief I'm a happy person and that is totally okay. I'm allowed to be happy. I don't need to change just because it upsets some other people because I'm different than them and the way I express myself might look or sound different than them. It's okay to be me. The second thought is to remind yourself when you start to think, oh, my work doesn't matter, it's not helping to change people's lives, somebody else could do the exact same thing, how am I unique and special? Well, you need to remind yourself, if you have thoughts like that I produce work that nobody else can. It's true. As you raise your standards, you will achieve your goals. And as you remind yourself that you are unique and truly there is no one else on the whole earth who can produce work that is exactly like yours because you are unique. It might look similar, it might sound similar, but you are not the same as anyone else, which is a really special thing to remember. I am unique. I produce work that nobody else can. Remind yourself of that and you're going to start feeling confident. You're going to start feeling like you have more mountaintop experiences than valley experiences. And you'll be motivated to continue towards your goals instead of giving up. This is a testimonial from a client of mine who is a family doctor, and she's a mother. And she came to me because she was really stuck in a negative mental rut. She didn't feel like she had the tools or ideas to stop stressing so much. She really needed tools to fit exercise back into her life and to start treating herself in a more positive way in regards to her thoughts. She was beating herself up. There's a lot of negative chatter in her mind that was holding her captive to feeling crummy. So with the strategies that I gave her, she started to be able to recognize when she felt stressed. And because she became more self-aware, she learned how to give herself time to process what was really going on and move through the discomfort instead of staying in that stressed out state. She started to get more sleep and have more energy because she applied the tools that I shared with her. And probably most importantly, she was gentle with herself. Instead of having unrealistic expectations, I showed her how to develop expectations that were more realistic and healthy and nourishing. So I'm very happy for her results. The third belief, the thought that will help you increase your confidence is, I'm getting stronger every day. Every day I'm overcoming my weaknesses. So you have an opportunity every single day to improve in the areas of your life where you know you have weaknesses. And that's really encouraging. And when you feel encouraged, you feel more confident. You remind yourself that it's okay to not be perfect, but that you have the opportunity and the ability to improve. You don't have to be perfect. It's normal to be imperfect. If you are striving for perfection, it's an unrealistic expectation, just like that doctor and mom I was just telling you about, my past client. It's very, very hard to hit a goal of perfection. But when you're aware of your strengths and your weaknesses, you have the capacity and ability to improve and to practice in those areas where you're already strong. So practice increasing in your strengths and improving in the areas where you're weak. And you'll notice that when you were weak in certain areas, you're going to notice that you become stronger and stronger until some of those areas are not a problem for you at all. They're not a challenge for you anymore. So remind yourself, I'm getting stronger every day and overcoming my weaknesses. The next belief or thought, so you can feel more confident, is I expect to be successful. How often have you listened to the fears in your mind and expected to fail? I think we expect to fail, to be a failure, more than we expect to be successful. So why not believe this? I expect to be successful with my business goal. I expect to be successful in my parenting goals. I expect to be successful in my romantic relationships. You know, the list goes on. In what area of your life do you need to feel more confident and successful? Fill in the blank. I expect to be successful in blank area of your life. If you haven't been taking notes yet, I really encourage you to get out your pen and paper and start writing down these thoughts that you need to start thinking in order to feel more confident. Here's another testimonial of a friend of mine and past client who is a lawyer, and she came to me because she was feeling quite stressed out. She felt like her life was really out of balance, like she had no free time she could squeeze out of any corner of her life to make more time for her personal goals, to see family, her spiritual goals. She didn't know how she was going to make it happen, and her relationships with her coworkers were feeling strained and stressed, and she didn't know how she was going to handle her workload. She was a very busy and successful lawyer. She still is, but things have really changed for her since she applied what we worked on in our coaching sessions. Her time management radically improved, which I was ecstatic to hear. She started to get a better handle on her finances. She started to be able to make more time magically to pursue her personal and spiritual goals, and they started flourishing. Somehow, by applying my formula, her stress levels really started decreasing, and her ability to relate well to her coworkers improved. So when you start taking care of yourself and prioritizing your own health, when you start looking for ways to increase your productivity and free time, you're going to notice that some things surface in coaching conversations with me, and you realize, that's what was holding me back. And that's when we can move forward together. Let's move forward. Here's one of the last thoughts that will boost your confidence. If you are a spiritual person, you can practice thinking this thought: God cares for me. That might be big for some of you. God's plans will come to pass in perfect timing. Sometimes it's frustrating when we don't meet our goals as quickly as we want to. We don't see change as rapidly as we want to. But what we need to understand is that there is a perfect timing, that God cares for you, that He hasn't forgotten you, that His plans will come to pass in your life at the perfect time, and it will be better than you can even imagine. So God cares for me. His plans are better than even the best plan I could imagine for myself, and they will come to pass. Nothing will stop them from coming to pass. For me, that's a very exciting thought, and something that I choose to remind myself of whenever I feel like other thoughts are trying to overtake that kind of thought and put fear into my soul or spirit. You want to pay more attention to thoughts that will empower you and bring you health, rather than thoughts that induce fear inside yourself. You don't want to pay attention to those thoughts. So this training is all about learning to differentiate between the thoughts that are holding you back and keeping you captive and fearful, and paying more attention to the thoughts that are making you happy, confident, and empowered. They remind you of who you truly are. When you think that way, you become a different person. It's very exciting. Now, no matter what happens, the worst case scenario, whatever, when you take risks, you need to believe that I'll be able to handle anything that happens. This thought is paramount to developing confidence that doesn't even waver. Even if the worst case scenario happens, you have been given a creative mind. You have been given resources to help you deal with anything that comes your way. And with God's support and the support of humans, friends, family, I truly believe that you will be able to handle anything that comes your way. So remind yourself of that. I'll be able to handle anything that happens. So if something crappy happens at work and you really wish that it hadn't happened, don't get down in the dumps right away and start being taken over by worry and anxiety. Instead, choose to get creative. Choose to think confident thoughts, empowering thoughts, because nobody ever came up with, 10 great options to handle a crappy situation when they were down in the dumps. You got to get yourself out of the dumps and feeling more confident and capable so that you can come up with great options and solutions to your situation. You're able to handle anything that happens. Here's the last thought to help you boost your confidence and keep it there. As I take risks, my confidence grows. So this ties into the quote that I shared at the beginning of the training today. As I take risks, my confidence grows. We would love it to be the other way around, right? I want to feel confident before I take action. Yeah, well, that's kind of not how it works. But from personal experience, I know that as I take risks, it is guaranteed that my confidence grows. And so does my excitement. So welcome risks. Welcome challenges. You can't, you can squish fear, but it's very empowering to walk through fearful situations because you'll notice how well you dealt with it. You'll be able to learn from the experience and your confidence will grow each new time you step out of your comfort zone. As I take risks, my confidence grows. Here's another testimonial of a business owner. She owns a clothing store and she was attracted to my work on Facebook. She found that her work-life balance was really out of whack. She was feeling like she didn't have any time for herself. She was feeling like her health wasn't where she wanted it to be, and she didn't like where her stress levels were. And I'm sure some of you can really relate. She was starting to feel negatively towards her children and husband sometimes, and the interesting thing is when she worked on herself to create more free time for herself, to balance life in a healthier way, even as her success increased, she started really being more grateful for her family and developing a new respect for them. She started becoming amazing at solving her own challenges. That's what happens when you work with somebody who has gone before you and you know that, hey, they're where I want to be. That's what mentorship does. It allows you to fast forward your progress and create the lifestyle and the emotional state that you want to be feeling every single day. My question for you is, are you waiting for the perfect timing? I love this quote. It's a Chinese proverb, and it goes, "The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is now." So I encourage you, if you are feeling a tugging in your heart, or you know in your mind that this is what you need to do, you need to take action in this area of your life and stop stalling, waiting for perfect timing. I encourage you to act confidently, and then you'll start feeling confident. When you get more support and accountability and mentorship, just watch your confidence soar. You're going to be so happy and amazed at the new results you start creating for yourself. A question you need to ask yourself to help you step out of your comfort zone and take risks when you know it's best for you. Ask yourself, what's it costing me to not take action, to stay where I'm at right now? Well, usually what it's costing you is your health. It's probably costing you levels of stress that you don't want to be feeling, which also impacts your health. It makes it hard for you to focus, hard for you to make decisions. You deal with more frustration and anxiety than you need to. And it might be costing you in your relationships, because when you're feeling stressed, burnt out, worn out, anxious, you don't relate to your coworkers, your employees, your spouse, your children in the way that you would like to if you felt better, if you felt more confident and successful and healthy. There is a cost when you don't take action. There's also a cost that your family pays. The second question you need to ask yourself is, what price is my family paying? How are they missing out on a quality life with me because I'm choosing not to change? Maybe you're missing some recitals and you can't attend school events because you don't have the balance that you want in your life and you haven't made changes yet. Maybe your romantic life is suffering because you're so overtired and worn out that you only prioritize work. So think about that question. What price is my family paying? The exciting thing is that you always have a choice. You always have a second chance. And you have the present day and you have the future. So what would it mean for you to have more time and less stress in the next 30, 60, or 90 days? How would you like to create amazing life balance in the next 6 months, a year? You have the ability to conquer your stress and kickstart your health like so many of my private and group coaching clients have already. I want to offer you a gift today, something really special. And I won't have enough to give all of you, but I do have 5 spaces open. They're called Time Freedom Breakthrough Strategy Sessions. What we do is really cool. By the way, these are free, completely free. So hear me out and don't miss the opportunity because it's time sensitive. So it's exclusive time with me where I provide one-to-one mentorship, support, and accountability and help you get really clear on developing an action plan to increase your productivity, increase your free time, improve your health, and just kick stress to the curb. So you're going to learn how to delegate and outsource so you can become the master of your business instead of your business being the master of you. And I'll show you how when you prioritize your time and you increase your productivity, how that increases your success and your income as well. You can apply here at amyengelmark.com/breakthrough. Like I said, there are 5 spaces open, and I have opened these 5 spaces in the next week for an or 2 for an hour or so to show you and teach you the strategies that I've taught all of my clients previously to help you manage your stress and increase this lifestyle of fun and more time freedom that you want. So I'll personally take the time to help you see what might be holding you back and how you can get the results that you want to see. Hey, there are 2 options. One thing that could happen is you spend the hour with me, you have a great time with me, you take away so many gold nuggets to help you in your business and personal life, and it's the best hour you spend in your business and on your personal life this year. That's my bet. And then you say, bye, Amy, thank you. And I say, bye, nice to meet you. Second option, you spend the hour with me, you love it. You have such great results from just 1 hour with me that you want to work with me. If that's the case, and I think we're a good fit as well, then I would extend you an application to work with me, and we'll see if it would be a good fit. So it's at amyengelmark.com/breakthrough. That's where you apply, and I am going to add the link right now so that you can apply. amyengelmark.com/breakthrough. I'm going to stop the screen share so that I can connect with you live again. It's so hot in my living room here. We've been swimming so often, and this is where I film the webinars, so it's kind of like a sauna here on Vancouver Island. I so hope you enjoyed this live webinar training and that you will join me next week, because it's going to be a good one like usual, and you're going to have some awesome takeaways to apply to your personal life and business. Share this webinar training, and my prayer for you is that you would be happier today, that you would feel more confident today, that your business and your personal life would flourish, and the success that you're experiencing would skyrocket. Much love to you, and have a fabulous rest of your Wednesday. Talk to you soon. Bye.